That's really cool, man. I'm happy to be episode 69.
So,
just everything that we just said is in it?
Yeah, 100%.
We're rolling already?
We're rolling.
Perfect. Okay. Episode 69 coming to you live. Dude, I almost just went too far. Can I say something that in the right context, I think is not something you'll have to edit out?
Edit that.
Create the bubble that you want to live in and then live in that bubble. I bet your whole audience is like, please be less fun and more serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably what they're all thinking.
They've checked out a long time ago on us.
They're commenting right now. Less fun.
Lame.
Yeah.
Send.
We'll do movies on the next one. I'll be ready.
Oh, you want to do this? You want to go part 3?
Dude, I'll do a part 40 with you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. I'm down.
I would love to if you're dumb enough to have me back here over and over. Yeah.
Well, let's see how this one does. Let's see if this one's even registers.
Have we both been doing this the whole show?
I hope so.
Just have our feet up and flicking our little ankles around? We're just little
12-year-olds the whole time, just kicking it around. Hey everyone, welcome back to The Blueprint. Today I have Scott Graham, part 2.
You're crazy, man. I can't believe you had me on here twice.
I know. So anyways, this guy's here to tell us there's been some stuff that's happening with him, and we're going to go a little off the rails today. So if you guys can just bear with us, have fun. We're going to talk about many other topics because we've already heard his story, but they're going to elaborate a little bit on what's happening. It's new, but we're going to get crazy. So stay tuned. And do me a favor. You guys could hit that subscribe button at the bottom. It's really going to help me tell more of these stories, and it's going to get more of these people out in front of you. So I love you. Scott, thank you. Thank you so much for coming back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No, I mean, honestly, like the last podcast that we did, I had so much fun in that one. And there were some topics that we talked about that were just complete nonsense, which is really more of my personality anyways.
Same.
And we kind of clicked when it came to that. So I thought of everyone that I've done.
You've never done me, just for the record.
Oh, well, mark that.
Okay.
I saved this episode for you. This specifically is your episode.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure, man. I'm not that good at this.
Do you know what number episode this is?
I don't, but can I take just like a random swing in the dark? 200.
Way too high.
100.
Imagine you're 12 years old. Now take a guess.
What?
Imagine you're 12 years old and take a guess.
Number 85.
You're 69, buddy. This is episode 69.
I'm episode 69.
And I saved it for you.
Man, it's an honor. I'm serious. You're going to make me tear up, man.
Well, let's see it.
I can't
squeeze it out.
I can't. No, that's really cool, man. I'm happy to be episode 69. We don't have to actually.
This is in here. This is in here for sure.
Okay.
All right. No, this is in it.
All right. So, just everything that we just said is in it?
Yeah, 100%.
We're rolling already?
We're rolling.
Perfect. Okay. Episode 69 coming to you live.
Anyway, so we wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the things that you've been. I went to your shop. I'll be honest. When I was introduced to you, it was through a mutual friend. We had dinner, and the guy was like, "Hey, come talk to this guy. He's you, except
way better looking and cooler and taller and
except older and
more humble,
less humble, and way further. He's more successful than you are, Brandon, and all these other things." Which I didn't believe that, but at the end of the day, I went to your shop and I saw this thing, and it is insane.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's 18 years in the making, man. We actually, my wife and I drove by Pinpoint's first office from 2007. We drove by there maybe about a week and a half ago, and it's surreal to see that, you know.
Yeah.
How much, yes, hard work, but how much luck had to strike. And you know, we're not a massive business. You know,
you're pretty massive.
We're about as big as I'd like to get.
Okay.
You know, which is, I know sounds stupid, but you know, I want to be around and hang out with my kids and my wife. You know, I've had these conversations many times. You know, I think that there's a difference between being satisfied and being complacent, you know, but yeah, we drove by the old office, the first one that my dad and I started the business in 2007.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to kind of have that hindsight, and it's also a little bit of PTSD looking back at all the stuff that you go through. And
Sleepless
how many
nights.
near misses and maydays there were, and sleeping at the office, and this and that. But yeah, pretty cool, man. This place is ridiculous.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Part of the journey, man. I'm really excited about this location we're in. It's been really cool to see it come to fruition, man. And honestly, like when you put a piece of yourself into something, and then it reflects your personality or your drive or episode
69.
when you I'm going to rephrase it. When a piece of your heart ends up showing up in your business, it's really cool to be a part of that. And, as we go through this, like, I don't know, man, this is going to be just another part of my story. And I see you, like, you're 18 years down the line. I'm 2.5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's really kind of crazy to see the difference in like where you've been and honestly blown away by your place down there. It was
Thanks, dude.
very impressive. Honestly,
man.
Building from the outside, aesthetically beautiful.
Thank you.
Walked in, very organized. You have tons of stuff going on. Talk a little bit about that, just so people understand what Pinpoint merch is all about. Because
Yeah, for sure. So, Pinpoint merchandising website's pinpointmerch.com. We do apparel, merchandise, and accessories design, manufacturing, and importation and distribution.
Yeah,
I've said this a few times.
Yeah.
For a shitload of brands that aren't clothing brands.
Yeah.
Right. So we work with a bunch of brands in outdoor, hunting, fishing, food and beverage, entertainment, a lot of comedians, musicians. But the commonality is that these brands want to sell product or give away product occasionally, typically sell product that is not just a Port Authority polo with the logo embroidered on the, like they want cool stuff,
Right.
Even Buc-ee's, the Buc-ee stuff has been relatively simple, but we've been able to elevate it with some cool design and stuff like that. So yeah, we work with a little bit under 100 different brands. Everything from CrossFit to Black Rifle Coffee, Montana Knife Company, Buc-ee's, and just design and manufacture their stuff. These guys lean on us to design what's called cut and sew apparel, where as opposed to just buying a garment off the shelf and putting a logo on it, which we do a little bit of that here and there if it's a time crunch, but lion's share of our business is we're making the fabric from scratch, the trims, the fit. Like I'm a big dork for trim details, like putting logos in zipper pulls and button snaps and all that. So our customers lean on us to design that stuff and make sure it doesn't suck and bring it over and help them distribute it.
The really cool thing about that too is that honestly, when I was over there, all the material is top notch. All of the way things are built, from thinking about the brand, not just creating a garment. And like I said, a lot of people are used to going and buying swag from people and, hey, can I get a hat embroidered, and go find something and ship it and give it to the embroiderer, or go to Alpha Broder or something and buy a ton of shirts and give them to a screen printer to get your logo put on it or whatever, right? And so people are used to that. But the difference between that and you is I pick the quality of my shirt. I pick the style of my shirt. I pick the cut of my shirt, and then we go from there. At that point, it is very different than, man, I got these shirts, but they were $3 a piece and now they shrunk in the dryer and, they end up shorter than I wanted or boxy or whatever.
Right,
and it's like, these are crap shirts and I gave them away and they don't work.
That used to be a much bigger problem on those. So what you're describing is called off shelf, right? Where you're buying garments off the shelf and then printing them or embroidering them. And, when we do that, we still, we'll print custom neck tags into the back. It'll look private label.
Yeah.
Early on, 2007, 2008, 2009, unless you were selling your kidney to buy American Apparel.
Time out. What are you doing right there? What's going on?
Just making sure that I have one of these in my mouth.
What is that?
This is it's a Win, W-Y-N. It's like Zins, but for dudes.
But for dudes.
Yeah. Somebody just laughed. It's a 10 milligram, but I'm about to have to switch over to this brand called Alp, which is Tucker Carlson's brand, because we're going to be doing some stuff with those guys. But there's one Shell station by my house that sells those. It's banana flavor. Go ahead.
Standard. What episode is this?
69.
That's right.
Well, I like them. I only like pouches that are flavored after phallically shaped foods. And nobody wants a cucumber nicotine pouch. All right. So,
all right.
It's also something for me to fidget with. What was I saying?
You were talking about what you bring to the table with your clothing.
Yes. So the blanks industry used to be, it was Gildan and Hanes and BFT, this
level up.
Then it started to get a lot better with brands like Next Level Apparel, Bella Canvas. There's a brand out there right now called AS Color that crushes it that I'm sure you're familiar with. But it's crowded.
Mm-hmm.
There's you can blindfold yourself in any major metro and spin around in a circle and point to 50 different companies that can slap ink on existing blanks.
Yeah.
And when we started the business, I was 24 and I'm 42 now. But when we started,
old,
you look at what everyone else is doing, just to kind of get a sense of what you should be doing. And we'd go to trade shows and everything was speed. We can get this to you in 2 weeks. We can get this printed and out the door in 15 days. And I was like, oh shit, I guess that's what I'm supposed to be selling on is speed. But because you're selling on speed, everybody's selling the same thing. Everybody has the same blanks. And I started finding after the first few years that like these brands that we were working with, which, started to get more and more progressively impressive over time, right? Initially, you kind of take what you can get until you get some skin on the wall. But even the smaller brands, they were tired of all the same crap, and it was like, so then I saw this whole side of the industry called cut and sew it's super daunting. I mean, it's extremely complicated and everything, but I finally just said, okay, well, what would happen if we just said, fuck speed? We don't care about speed. We're going to go to our customers and say, hey, we're going to make you something that takes forever to produce, literally like 120 days.
But it'll be good.
But it's going to be rad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be completely custom. We're going to make custom camo patterns and custom prints, and the liner of your jackets are going to have your branding. So we dabbled with that. I went to a couple of customers and I was like, hey, I need you to be my guinea pig. I'm going to try this overseas manufacturing thing, and fell on my face a few times. They were cool and let me figure it out. And then we started offering it more broadly. And now that's 90% of our business is cut and sew. And I love it, man. I mean, it's fun.
And when you start to build these out, I mean, you talk about the process is very different from building out for someone who wants something very special,
right,
to somebody who wants something, screen printed or logo slapped or whatever, right?
Yep.
From the easier process, you buy a blank you like, and then you do the art and you make a screen and you run it, right?
Which you can do badass stuff doing that.
Sure.
You get a good creative person involved, and there's a lot. I'm not pulling off shelf through the mud or anything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool product.
You're mudding it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, in comparison.
Yes. No, but honestly, there is some really cool things that you can do in that, but you are doing things that are a little less, have some freedom to do, right? And so from locations to the types of thread you use, and everything all the way down the line.
Yeah.
You pick a shirt out, you order it, you get 500 of them here, you give them to somebody, they run it, and you get it back, right?
Right.
With you building out, let's say I wanted to come to you and I wanted to build a hoodie, or let's say a jacket, right? You're going to talk to me about what options when we go to start building this jacket out. You're going to say, what kind of cut? How do we start?
Yep. I typically like to get people to the office.
Yep.
Because, on a Zoom call, we can sit in our showroom and hold up this fabric and be like, hey, this is the right fabric for your jacket. Use your example. Trust me. But they need to touch and feel it, So I always tell our customers, if you just fly out for a day, we'll get 6 months of work done in one day. Right. So just come out for a day. We'll put them up in a hotel. We'll go get dinner that night. And we do this a few times a month with our customers, and then we'll sit in the showroom and just brainstorm and look at fabrics and trims, and we'll look at market samples online. What's the industry doing? An example is that we just did a couple days ago is Benelli. They're a shotgun brand. They're like the Ferrari of shotguns, like literally. I mean, it's through Italy and everything, but they wanted to do a hoodie. But they didn't want just a hoodie with a screen print on the chest. They wanted something sweet that was functional for when you're out hunting.
They wanted a shotgun patch.
A what?
Shoulder patch.
Yeah. No, they
got one.
There's, we don't sell a whole lot of padded shoulder stuff to these shotgun brands.
I don't know. Maybe on the inside?
Maybe on the lady stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, actually, yes, on the lady stuff we do.
Okay.
But no, they wanted something to where it's warm, but if it starts raining, you're not going to, so we put together a concept that we just about to put into production for a super heavyweight cotton hoodie, but we got rid of the draw cords off of it. And then we lined the entire hood and the shoulder yokes and the back yokes with a waterproof ripstop nylon.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the exterior of it, right? So if you're in your duck blind and it starts raining, you're not going to get drenched.
And you talked about the locations just then. Why did you do it in just those locations?
Just from where the water's going to fall.
Okay.
If it's raining. Yeah.
And then
if you do the whole hoodie, it's not going to breathe too well.
You're going to sweat.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you're thinking about the experience that someone's going to live through. Yeah. Instead of buying something off the shelf, they're not going to have that type of experience. You're thinking
that stuff doesn't exist off shelf. You can go to, now that stuff exists out there in retail brands. Like you can go KUIU and Sitka and get really beautiful hunting apparel, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
And they're not going to resell it. Right. So a lot of these brands want to have their own, it's always a secondary offering, which I prefer. I don't love working with clothing brands because it's very stressful. It's emotionally heavy. Yeah. If a shipment gets delayed and they've got a launch scheduled for this collection and it's delayed for whatever reason, it got held in customs or we had to fix something or whatever it may be. I mean, that throws them for a loop because it's their core business, whereas if it's an ancillary revenue, if you're Montana Knife Company and you've got a waxed canvas jacket that's 2 weeks, this just happened, that's 2 weeks behind, you don't care. Like I call them and I'm like, hey man, your jacket's a couple weeks late. I don't care. We'll sell it when you get here. Yeah. I want to say they sold 600 of these waxed canvas puff jackets that we made them in less than 10 minutes. That brand is, for anybody out there that's like into brands, look up Montana Knife Company if you're not already familiar. That company is founded and run by some really good people that really know what they're doing. And it's all knives made in Montana, but they're sold out of knives constantly. They can't make enough knives to keep stock. So while they're sold out of knives, they're selling a bunch of cut and sew apparel that we produce for them. And I texted him because I saw it sold out online and I was like, there's no way. Right. Like every size was just X'd out. Yeah. And I texted him, I was like, dude, did you already sell all those jackets? And he goes, they vaporized in less than 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
Is what he said. So, I don't know. I chased a squirrel
2 weeks.
Forgot what I was saying.
You're 2 weeks late.
Yeah, I'm 2 weeks late. And I don't care. Yeah. They're like, yeah, it's fine. I'm busy selling knives. This is secondary, So, and when I get, time with each of the customers, it's fun for them. Everybody loves working on the merch for their business. Yeah. So you get the good side of everybody. I'm not out there selling payroll services or corporate insurance or not. There's anything wrong with those categories, but people really enjoy talking merch.
And then there's also something that you deliver through them or through to the supplier as a tech pack. Talk about a tech pack just for a minute.
Yeah. So the customer sees, I wish I'd brought examples, but
come on, man.
I know I'm not prepared.
Be better.
If it was episode 70, I'd have had them. The customer sees what we call sexy CADs. Yeah. Right. So that's our design team illustrating the garment, illustrating a little bit of the flow of the fabric and having call outs for, hey, there's a PVC patch here and a custom molded zipper pull here and, showing a view of the jacket opened up so you can see the liner and all that. But it's not a tech pack. Yeah. Right. And our customers don't want to see tech packs. They're like, just make it cool.
Just do it.
But what our factory sees is called a tech pack. So there's a gal on my team that's been with me for forever. She's awesome. Her name's Whitney.
18 years. Feels like it.
Gosh, she's going to watch this and be like, how do you not know how long? A long time. I'm going to say plus or minus 10 years. Yeah. 10 years plus or minus.
Plus or minus 1 year.
Plus, yeah. At least 1 year.
She's been here all week for sure, but it feels
less
like
than 100. Yeah. So she puts together with the tech pack, which is essentially the recipe. Yeah. She and her team, but they put together the recipe for how the garment is cooked. Yeah. These factories are, I don't know if I said this on the last episode or not, but these factories are very, very good instruction followers and very bad decision makers.
100%.
Like if if you don't give them the measurements on exactly the arm opening, the sleeve opening for that t-shirt you're wearing, it's going to come back looking like a crop top, you know, and with sleeves that they're like Jenko sleeves. Like they'll find, but if you give them all the directive, so these tech packs are multi-page documents that call out every stitch, every detail, every measurement, the TCX colors, which is Pantone's fabric color code system, the TCX colors for every fabric, the fabric weight, like all of every tiny detail that you could and it'll make your eyeballs bleed if you look through one of them. I mean, I've been doing it almost 20 years and I still look through them, and it's like reading hieroglyphics.
Well, I'm a little older than you are, so not very much, but a lot. But and I've never heard of TCX colors before. I've done Pantone colors my entire career. I've done so many garments. I've done so much stuff. I've never even heard of that.
Yep.
I got homework to do.
Yeah. TCX is so you use a Pantone C book or a Pantone U book, probably typically C.
Coded.
Well, they have a whole separate set of colors called TCX. And that's what they use when you're actually dyeing fabric. So if we put together a tech pack for this hat that I'm wearing, we're giving a TCX code for anything that's made out of fabric, the green underneath and all that. But then we're giving PMS colors for anything that's not made out of fabric. Yeah. And you have to sell your other kidney to buy those TCX binders. I mean, you're talking like over 15 grand for this set of, I want to say it's like 6, 7. It's crazy how often you say 6, 7.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've realized with this incredibly annoying trend is
what is that?
Like, I don't even know. No one knows, but you say 6 or 7 all the time.
Yeah, but when
you have a 10-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old daughter, and I'm like, oh, it's like 6 or 7 binders. They're like, hey, 6, 7. You know?
Yeah.
And then you want to jump off of a cliff.
Are you tired of it?
I'll get tired. Yes, I'm tired of it.
You know what I love about that trend? I have kids, so I love trends that come out, and as soon as they hit, like everyone, like the kids are trying to do these jokes or whatever, and I don't like to jump in and try to play it the way it's supposed to be played. I like to dad joke it pretty heavily.
You have to.
Oh man,
it's literally in the job description.
Which is the definition. When you dad joke things, people think you're being corny, but what you're really doing is kicking it square in the junk. And it's like you do these on purpose to make sure that people hear this and go, oh. Yeah. And that's like when you get that, you're like, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And then just whipping it to death until it's uncool.
It's funny that you say whipping it. So the way I do it is I wait until it's already been uncool.
Yeah.
For at least a year.
Yeah.
And then I'll wait till my daughter's friends are around. And I'll be like, hey, you guys heard about that new thing all these kids are doing? It's really weird. They're all going like this. Or I'll be like, it's this new dance where you whip and then you nay, and it's like 5 years ago. Yeah. It's really cringy. It's my favorite. But I also like to ruin things that are relevant at the time.
Yeah.
Like when Skibbity was a thing.
Yeah.
I said Skibbity before everything.
Yeah.
Just to make them roll their eyes and hopefully not say it.
Yeah.
That's
exactly what I'm trying to do is to show you how dumb trends are by making my own elaboration of this thing.
Yeah.
And you think that's dumb. So now when you relate to it, saying it the next time, it's dumb for
when
you.
They get older, I'm going to take the same approach to their boys, to the boys that they date. If I don't like them, I'm just going to make fun of them. I'm not going to be like, hey, listen, I really don't like Steve. Yeah. I don't want you to see Steve anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just going to make fun of Steve.
I can't wait for it.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And I know another thing I'm going to do is when my kids have kids, I'm going to teach them all the things they're not supposed to know. Right? I'm going to be that guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them too much ice cream, drink Cokes at midnight.
Yeah.
We're going to be Red Bulls.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing, and I'm going to pack them up and send them back home, goofballed up. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to teach them,
how to
bad
shoot
words
their first heroin.
How to throw poop in a bag and set it on fire on the porch.
Yeah.
Ring the doorbell, run off.
Yeah.
Toilet paper a house, egg a house. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. 100%. I feel like you glazed over my heroin thing. I was just kidding.
I didn't hear you say heroin.
Oh, yeah. You're going to give them their first shot of heroin.
I'm going to pass on that one.
Okay. We'll
that one.
Alone.
Yeah, that one.
Too far.
Yeah.
Kind of story of my life. Black Rifle Coffee is one of my customers.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I'm with them, I hope they don't see this episode, but anytime I'm with them, they're like, hey, you want a cup of coffee? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. And they go, how do you take it? And I'm like, black. Give it to like just black. Because if you say anything other than that, it's like, all right,
you're not a man.
Strike against you.
Yeah.
Like a man drinks black coffee.
Yeah.
When they're not around, I like cream in there. I like stevia.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not quite like a flavored guy necessarily, but it's not a popular opinion in a manly world, but black coffee's gross, dude.
Yeah. It's like just going hard at it. You know what I mean? It's like just to prove that you're tough.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I don't need to prove I'm tough.
It's like drinking your whiskey without an ice cube.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this is what they do in the movies.
It's like, okay.
Dude, put an ice cube in that bitch. Look how much better it gets.
Just let it and do this.
Yeah.
You know?
I swirl with my finger. Get one of those little cube ball, or those sphere balls.
Oh, sphere ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. I'm excited about that. But going back to the tech pack and everything else that we got to that, so we'll just put a bow on that, and then we're going to go scatter shooting if that's okay with you.
Yeah, let's do it.
You said that 120 days is kind of what it normally takes to supply your type of clients, right? Where are you going to get this stuff? Is this on the moon? Or are you going to get, why is it so special? It's got to be 120 days.
China.
China.
Yeah. All of China. All of our production, overseas production, with a couple exceptions. We do a little bit in Turkey, but and we do some in Vietnam for there's brands that we work with where, they just will not produce in China. So we'll produce those in Vietnam, but they willingly pay 15, 20% more.
Is it 15 or 20% more to go to those other places?
Yeah, because here's the thing, dude. Let's say that t-shirt, those jeans that you're wearing, let's say they say made in El Salvador. Maybe not El Salvador. That's a bad example. Let's say they say made in Cambodia. That fabric's made in China.
So then over and then over.
Yeah. So you're still, all the raw material manufacturing, all the mills, dye houses, all the trim manufacturing, all that stuff's in China. And the country of origin label that goes into a garment is driven by where what's called the major transformation happens, which in clothing is cutting and sewing, right? So a lot of the made in the USA stuff that you see, cut and sewn in the USA, which is freaking expensive. And that's why but the fabrics, they're made in China. There are some fabric mills, like Toray is a really good mill out of Japan, and they make beautiful fabric. It's expensive. Yeah. Super expensive. The China thing is the human beings that I work with in China that run the factories or own the factories, they're all just like me and you, dude. Yeah. Like they're good people. They care about their families. They want to run a good business. They want to make cool stuff. They want to hang out with their wife and kids or their husband and their kids. I've got my own thoughts on the CCP, right? But the reality is that in the 80s, 90s, when all these manufacturers, all these brands started moving their manufacturing overseas, it was driven by the consumer, wanting to pay less. Well, these brands have to compete, especially when things start getting commoditized where everybody's selling more or less the same thing. And you stop competing on product or differentiation. You have to start competing on price. So it's like, well, how do we get our COGS down? Our parents, when they hear made in China, they're like, oh, it's a piece of shit. Yeah. Because back then it was. But now, we've seen decades of innovation over there and not complete dismantling of the garment industry in the US. Like there's still some stuff in LA. The Carolinas have some good mills for like t-shirt fabric, fleece, things like that. But more or less, the garment industry in our country is gone. Like we're worried about other things besides who's going to make your t-shirt and your jacket. And China's just gotten so good at it, man. Like all the machinery that they have, and the talent that they have, and the systems that they have in place, and even just like how regional it is to where like specific types of garments, the fabric mill for that garment is here, and then down the street is the dye house, and then down the street is the cutting facility. It's just, that's where our stuff's going to get made. And it is what it is, we did a couple things in Mexico in 22 and 23, long sob story I'll spare you of, but that failed, mainly because of me, because I made some dumb decisions on scale. But we were still having to produce all of our raw materials in China, and ship them all the way down to the coast into Manzanillo on the west side of Mexico, truck them into Chihuahua to this factory that we built, the Pinpoint owned, try to do the cutting and sewing, which it's all brand new cutting machinery and sewing machinery and everything. But we're still relying on China, unless we're just going to make t-shirts and hoodies going forward. There's plenty of mills in Central and South America for t-shirts and hoodie fabric. But when you're doing a lot of
nylon,
insulated nylon puff jackets and things like that. Like, dude, Asia's where it's at. That's where that stuff's made. You know.
And so you're saying the other places that where are some potential? I've heard other places that are starting to pick up as well.
Cambodia, Vietnam, Taiwan, anyone that's geographically close to the raw material hubs in China. Problem is that they're soaked up by Lulu, Nike, Under Armour, Puma, you know, like all the major brands. Those factories are at capacity. They don't want my 600-piece jacket order.
Yeah.
They want the 60,000-piece jacket order.
Right.
You know, whereas China, so everything that we do is called small batch, right? Like with a couple except like this t-shirt right here. I don't think Buc-ee's would mind me sharing 240,000 pieces of that t-shirt.
So that's a few.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like if you, I called them the other day and I was like, do y'all realize that if you were to take Cowboys Stadium and fill every single seat and put that t-shirt on every single person.
You do it twice, 2.5 times.
Then take it and do it again. Then take it and do it again. That's 240,000. Isn't that insane? It's an 80,000 seat stadium. I think. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's 102 standing room only or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But most of our orders are 600 of this, 1,200 of that. You know, we like it that way.
Yeah.
You know, but anything below 5,000 pieces is considered small batch. And if you're doing small batch production, it's China or bust.
China or nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes down to that, you've made the process of it's 120 days. We're going through this process. I want to make something special for you. 600 pieces. Is that your kind of your float number? 600 pieces?
Yeah, it's technically it's 600 per style, 400 per color.
Okay.
So if we do a puff jacket, you know, and we're just doing black, we got to make 600. But if we're doing black and then we're also doing like a really cool camo pattern or something that we put together, and then we can do 400 and 400. Okay. But it's all sizes mixed together. Sizes don't matter. What drives it, what the factories care about.
For the first time ever.
Say again?
For the first time ever.
Dude, don't even get me started. What drives it is fabric yardage.
Yeah.
And how many units can get pushed through the sewing line before they have to reassemble the sewing line for the next garment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can switch out the colors as many times. So arbitrarily 400 is what you've come up with. It could potentially be 250.
I mean, physically you could make one, you know, but it's going to be about a $3,000 puff jacket.
Right.
A lot of it's driven by the factories. You know, these factories, you meet a factory, there's always negotiations like, hey, what are your MOQs? What are your payment terms? What are your lead times?
Yeah.
And they answer over here knowing that you want to be over here, and then you're going to land somewhere in here, you know? So it's pretty standard to do 600 pieces per style per color. Our factories play ball with us and do 400 if it's multiple colors. But they also know that there's going to be times where, you know, we'll make something for CrossFit and it's 5,000 pieces, you know? So they take the good with the bad.
Yeah. You've made relationships. You can squeeze out some of those pieces.
Yeah. I can call in favors. Like,
how does it sound when you call a favor in over there?
Dude, I almost just went too far. It's just me being really polite and politically correct and friendly.
Yes.
And no, it's like, for example, one of my buddies, his son,
he almost got canceled.
Dude, you just watched my filter kick in. Like, you should write down the date and the time. Like, it's very, like, you have to put a camera in my face and a microphone almost in my mouth to get my filter to kick in.
I saw a little steam come out.
Yeah. One of my buddies, his son has a disability and they have a foundation for his disability. And if you guys want to check it out, it's Luke 18:1 Foundation. But one of the things that they wanted to do is have a Luke 18:1 cut and sew clothing line that they could sell and use the proceeds of it to donate to Cure SMA, which is the major foundation in the SMA world. And their foundation, Luke 18:1 Foundation, is actually the #1 contributor to SMA, and they've made massive strides, like directly caused by Luke 18:1 in early testing for and diagnosis of SMA in babies. Anyway, long story short, with that one, I call the factories and I'm like, hey, listen, here's the deal. You know, like we want to do 100 pieces and it's for a friend and it's for a good cause. I just need you to hook me up. And they do. Yeah. But if I was to call them for every customer and be like, hey, we want to make 300 pieces of this, they'd tell me to pound sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that over there they, because I've spent a lot of time in China in factories and debating back and forth with the workers that are there, or the translators, or the engineers that I'm talking to at the time. You ever notice that they say no, 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 no until you say, look, I know this works. I just need you to do this. And then when they finally end up doing it, they're like, oh yeah, it really worked well. So
I got a lot of that. Early on when I was just starting to identify and negotiate with factories over there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in my case, it was driven by like the difficulty in the negotiation was driven by the fact that they could sniff me out.
Mm.
They knew I was wet behind the ears, greenhorn when it came to overseas manufacturing. I wasn't asking the right questions.
Yeah.
I didn't know the lingo. I didn't know how to ask for DDP terms instead of FOB terms. I just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But once you kind of get into a swing and you know what questions to ask these factories, they can tell.
Yeah.
They can tell who's legit and who's not.
Yeah.
You know? So not that you weren't legit, but like we're at a point where like when we don't really bring on many new factories anymore. We've got really good relationships in place for pretty much every product category. Plush was the newest, and we teamed up with a really, really good factory for plush. But yeah, I noticed that if they can tell that you know what you're doing, then the negotiation gets a lot easier. We
went over there. Do you ever notice that they when they negotiate at the table with you, and they'll talk to you in English, and then when they turn to negotiate between each other, they go speaking Mandarin, right?
That's what my parents do with German.
Yeah. So I've asked them several times not to do this, right? And they were like, oh, this is just, us having conversation. It's easier for us. Okay. And so what me and another friend of mine that used to go there with me would do was as they would start negotiating against us in Mandarin, he and I would turn to each other and start talking in Spanish. Very few words that we even knew.
Yeah.
And we'd look.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Yeah. El baño cerveza, por favor.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoa, what are you doing? You're like, oh, you're talking in Mandarin. We're negotiating back and forth in Spanish. And they were like, okay, nobody does that.
Yeah.
We all talk in English. And it was a really good way to kind of level set, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
We didn't know anything we couldn't have said but about 5 more words to come out of this. But we caught them in enough time.
Yeah. Why did they keep saying burrito over and over?
Yeah. So, El
that's
Grande.
a cool tactic, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, that's a tip for the wise. You go over there and negotiate, use it. It's a good one.
Yeah. Speak Spanish.
Speak as many words as you know.
They hate that. You'll get a great deal.
Yeah. And if you don't know that, do some French and go, ha, 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 oui, oui, a couple times, and maybe they'll buy it. Who knows?
Can I say something that in the right context, I think is not something you'll have to edit out?
Hit me.
So, first time landing in China, 2012.
Edit that.
Can't say 12. I get in the cab and I'm with a guy that, really good dude that had a lot of experience working in China, and he and I are working. I landed this project for Street Fighter, the video game, that chess set that I showed you.
All you can give.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All you can give. Oh, the Hadouken thing. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, Hadouken. Yeah, I'm with you. We're sitting in the cab, and he knows he's about 10 years older than me, and he knows a lot about China, and he's helping me source the materials and the factories for this project. And cab driver starts talking on the cell phone, and I keep thinking that I'm hearing him say the N word, soft A, just randomly throwing it in.
Oh, I'm with you.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we get to the factory, and the factory people are doing it.
Yeah.
They're talking to each other, and they'll just randomly throw in a soft A N word.
Yeah.
And I finally look over and I'm like, dude, am I crazy? Are these people? And he's like, oh no, it's a verbalized pause.
Yeah.
Like when we say or
yes,
they say that.
I remember this.
And I was like, what is going on here? But yeah, it threw me for a loop.
Yeah, same thing happened to me, and I was pretty wide-eyed on that scenario, and I was like, I didn't know, but we all have to ask the question, and
yeah.
I don't know where that comes from. Well, that's crazy. And speaking of, it's like you having to travel so far to get to these places. It's almost like I thought you were going to the moon. Have you ever noticed, like, Do
you think we landed on the moon?
Yeah, I do. Do you think we did?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to like chase a squirrel, but
hit it.
There's an episode of the Danny Jones podcast that any moon landing conspiracy theorists should check out.
Yeah.
Where he has Bart Sibrel,
Mm-hmm.
who is basically like the leading voice in the moon landing skeptic community.
Mm-hmm.
Who ironically was like a giant NASA fan as a kid and had like a shrine for the astronauts and loved it. Anyway. And then he starts uncovering all of this quote unquote evidence about how we didn't land on the moon, and he flip flops, and he has, gosh, I wish I remembered the astronaut's name, but he has one of the Apollo 6 astronauts on the episode with him at the same table.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Bart Sibrel sitting there saying, you're a liar, you didn't land on the moon. And then you have this basically like cute old man astronaut that's like blown. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just them debating back and forth. And the astronaut's a little older, so I don't think his
faculties,
he's quite as sharp as he probably was in his youth, but it's a really interesting episode. Anyway, yes, I do think we landed on the moon.
I have a buddy that is completely, I don't know, he's had a few too many times with the old crooked cigarette, which causes him to, over theorize everything.
What's the crooked cigarette? Is that weed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, smoking too much. Paranoia and theories and conspiracy theories come out all the time, and I'm just like, it's too much, dog. Like, relax.
Yeah. The problem with conspiracy theories is that if one of them is true, you start believing all of them.
All
are
of
true.
them, right? And so everyone's out to get you. It's always a trick. And I'm not saying there aren't things that aren't conspiracy theories. I get that, but everything can't be, right?
Here's one that.
Let me finish this one.
Okay,
Hold that.
Yep.
So he always talks about the moon landing being fake. It's fake, whatever.
Yep.
And I had one of the guests that we had on actually worked at NASA, and he had some of the documents and things that he could show us about what did happen or whatever. And my other guy's like dismissing. So he said the other day, hey, there's some new stuff that come out. There's some other countries that are now launched satellites up there, and they've taken pictures, and they see our equipment is still on the moon.
Footprints, dude.
Yeah. And so he was like, what do you do with this? Yeah. This is not us even faking these photos. These are other countries that are putting these out there.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, don't you think that Russia would have tried to debunk this so heavily? It was so competitive back then. Don't you think they debunked it?
So, you know how conspiracy theorists have an answer to everything?
Yeah.
Right? Because if there's a hole, you got to fill it in.
Yeah.
Right? So, I'll tell you what, and I learned this from not going down the rabbit hole, but like peeking into the rabbit hole after listening to that episode. Mm-hmm. But you're right. Like China had non-manned missions that photographed the moon, and you can see our freaking footprints.
Yeah.
And that was frustrating on that Danny Jones podcast because the footprints never really came up.
Yeah.
Which to me is the most rock hard evidence. But what a conspiracy theorist would tell you is that we are being blackmailed because China knows we didn't go, Russia knows we didn't go. All these countries know we didn't go, and they're blackmailing us. And in order for them to be able to continue blackmailing us, we can't be outed. That's legitimately what they would tell you. The one piece of evidence that I think is interesting is the Van Allen radiation belt. You familiar with that? Okay, so allegedly I've been making clothes since I was 24 and I was a B student. But allegedly there's a belt of radiation outside of the Earth, in between. So like it goes Earth, International Space Station, Van Allen radiation belt, moon. And this Van Allen radiation belt is a belt of radiation that if you travel through it, it's basically like being exposed to 50 bajillion X-rays and you're dead.
You're dead.
Right? And there are recordings of modern day NASA employees and astronauts talking about how before we can go back to the moon, we have to figure out how to traverse the Van Allen radiation belt. So there's some pretty compelling evidence that it's like, that's interesting. But yeah, no, all things like putting all evidence on both sides of the scale. I think we went.
Yeah. Just put a mirror up there and reflect it.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Don't think about it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But
think about it.
Speaking of the moon, do you think there's aliens?
I don't know if they're on the moon, but I think there's absolutely aliens.
Like, do they look like us, or are they like this one that we've all conjured up that's on Area 51?
I think there's probably both. I think that, so if you zoom out and look at the universe and you think about the fact that just in our galaxy, just in the Milky Way, there are hundreds of billions of stars with planets orbiting them. And then there are hundreds of billions of galaxies like the Milky Way in the known universe. And a lot of these stars have planets orbiting them in what's called the Goldilocks zone, right? which is the appropriate distance from your sun to have liquid water.
Yeah.
Right. I think that it's pretty much a mathematical certainty that there's life out there in ways that we can't even imagine.
Do you think they're smarter than us?
I think there's ones that are smarter than us. I think there's organisms out there that are dumber than us. I think there's people more advanced, less advanced. I think everything.
There's always got to be someone's at the top, though.
Yeah. It's not us.
You don't think it's us?
Dude,
how far down?
What are the odds that our little rock has the supreme intelligent species?
Well, it's got to be somebody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, do you think we're at the bottom of the rung or we're at the top of the rung?
I don't think we're at either. I think that the bottom of the rung is probably planets that just have like bacteria or something on them.
Okay.
And then the top of the rung is people that have mastered relativity to bend space and time and travel from point A to point B instantaneously and manipulate gravity and da 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 da.
They're the ones that are
full nerd on you now.
They're either X-Men,
yeah,
or they're in Area 51 right now.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of theories that the grays that you hear about.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know what that is.
Like the little tiny gray alien dudes with the big old black eyeballs.
Yeah.
That they're us from the future.
Oh.
Because as the human race progresses, the need for us to be big, beefy men and all that stuff goes down as our intelligence goes up. And
we need to be able to see better.
Cranium, small. Yeah. Maybe there's something happens with, who knows? But I'm not saying I believe that, but I think it's fun. I think it's a fun theory. I don't know what the hell I believe. I believe that I'm too dumb to know.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I've made peace with that.
Do you think if something made it all the way to Area 51 and we caught it, right? If it's so smart, if it's so much further ahead of us in intelligence and gravity defying, everything and time travel, why do we have it? How can we catch it?
Could be a gift.
I think it's a gift. They sacrificed themselves to come to us.
So there's a lot of technology that got released right after World War II, like the transistor radio.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of technology that came out of nowhere. Like you see this big technological jump in humanity right after Roswell, right? And it could be some dumb teenager alien crashing his spaceship.
Yeah.
Or it could be a gift, or it could be neither. It could be fake. I have no idea, dude.
I
have no idea. But there are people out there that will tell you that we have been deliberately gifted technology by other
species.
I don't know species, but other life forms. Sure. I don't know.
That seems convenient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, honestly, like AI is coming out now.
Fiber optics is another one.
Think about AI for a second.
Yep.
We are going to ramp exponentially in the next few years, right?
Yep.
We're writing things faster. We're concepting faster. We're getting executables faster. This thing is going to completely ramp up. I mean, it's not just a hockey stick. It's almost a reverse hockey stick. It's so straight up. It's a skyscraper. But is someone going to look back in time and go, look, that's when the aliens showed up? Do you think they just got smart all of a sudden?
Man, I think that there's going to be a lot of things that we look back about with AI and regret. And I think there's going to be a lot of things that we're glad we either did or allowed to have happen. But I have no idea.
Give me one regret.
I think it'll depend on whether or not we regret the replacement of humans will depend upon what humans end up doing with their free time.
Yeah.
Like if it's, but then you never know, dude. Like there was something about how like AI was going to completely take over and radiology and eliminate all radiologists. Right. I heard this from another podcast. This isn't my original thought, but I found it interesting. They were expecting that with AI analyzing x-rays and different imaging and whatnot, that radiologists would become obsolete. Well, since AI, the number of radiologists has actually increased. And they're saying that it's because the radiologist's job is not to analyze images, it's to diagnose disease. And by using AI as a tool to make the image analysis part of their job more efficient, they've been able to focus more on the other elements. So I don't know. I mean, who knows? I didn't answer your question, did I?
No, you just
hit me with it again.
I don't know. You made me lose it in a portal right there. I don't even know where I went with that.
Sorry. I think there's a mini abduction just now, dude.
I just snapped back and I was like, where are we at?
Where have you been for the past 4 hours?
I don't know. I was in Roswell, I think.
Yeah.
But no, as we start going through that, like I think the AI is going to really ramp us up. It's going to take us to a different location technology wise than where we're at now. I mean, think about, you remember the dog? I don't even know. What's that thing called, August, that MIT put out, the robot? You know what I'm talking about? The robot dog that's going to be the pack mule or whatever. The mule, maybe? I don't know what it's called.
We'll call it the mule.
Yeah. That thing over the past 15 years, pretty close to looking the same of what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get to seeing this little droid-esque thing in 2023 or 2024 that almost looks humanoid, kind of walking around and people are pushing, it's falling down and breaking and things like that, right?
Yeah.
In 1 year, this new thing looks like a
ninja.
This thing is running around. It has balance and it's...
Yeah, see the guy front kick it in the chest and it doesn't fall over?
It looks like a human doing the things humans do. And I'm like, all right, we had 15 years of mule, still with the backwards knees kind of running around.
Like
and
the police dog
can't
thing,
jump on a
sniffer dog.
Yeah, can't jump on a pole, it falls down, or can't traverse the smallest things.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it ramps up and right after AI comes out, it ramps up into this.
Yeah.
Like this thing is drastically going to change the universe, our universe.
Well, it's going to completely change the way we exist.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have the hardware, right, which is the humanoid robots and in non-humanoid robots and all that stuff. And then you're going to have their software, which is, we look at ChatGPT and Grok and all those now, and it's like, we're going to look back at that in a year and be like, those were like freaking tablet and chisel and hammer,
Do you remember when you were a kid and you felt like I was born in the 70s? So when we were going through life, we did whatever we want and there was no capture of this thing whatsoever, right? There was nothing on video. There was no one telling on you because they didn't catch you and do whatever. It's your word versus word, right? Then all of a sudden the phone came out and everything was captured, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden AI came out and they're making videos of people that don't even really exist saying a story for somebody else.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden, can you imagine what our kids, and by the time they get to our age, are going to be like, man, when I was your age, all we had was video of people capturing stuff. Now you have AI and all these systems out there that are recording every move from your phone to these new sensors that are out and everything, and they know where you're at. You can't even think a certain way without it being captured.
Yeah, especially when you start doing the chip in the brain.
Yeah, man.
I think that is, though, you hit on one thing. I think that is going to be one of the silver linings of AI is that because of the fact that you can't go on Instagram or TikTok or whatever and know what the hell is real anymore, I'm hoping that people just lose interest.
Yeah.
That it may lead to the death of the infinite scroll of, oh my God, can you believe this? And can you believe that? No, you can't believe this or believe that, so like maybe people just, because of the fact that they don't know what's real and what's not anymore, maybe they'll just lose interest and live their lives through their eyeballs,
Yeah, but I think even that is, what's real and what's not, depending on what news channel you watch.
Yeah, for sure.
It is really just sponsored ads by whatever influence they want to put out there, right?
Yeah.
You think it's real news. Watch this news channel, they're going to tell you one spin of it. Watch this news channel, they're going to tell you the exact same thing from the other spin of it.
And they're both owned by the same entity.
And the same thing happened in two people, but they just want to tell a story based upon who's paying their bills.
Yeah.
Right? It's such trash.
Yeah.
So the truth has never really been there, to be quite honest.
Yep.
And so now it's happening in social media and videos and people are believing it. You're just not going to trust anything, to be quite honest. You're going to watch it and I don't mean to dumb this down or anything, but the transfer portal for college sports is out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's all of these things that are coming out through social media of, oh, so-and-so's gone here, or they landed here, or they did this or whatever. And you click on it, and it's just lies. It's all lies.
Yeah.
And people are using it to get you to click on things and chase down their rabbit hole and spend time on their website and generate money for themselves and whatever. So no matter what it is, it's just gotten to the point where it is, false.
Yeah. And my hope is that frustration leads people to just lose interest.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice.
In social.
What would you switch your interest into? Going outside, playing with a stick?
I mean, you're the actual life that you're living, right?
Yeah.
The people that you care about and your friends and your family and your employees and whatever your widget is, whether it's merch or creative work or,
Yeah.
you know, the things that are tangible and real that, I mean, dude, we're not designed to know what's going on in every single section of the planet at all times and be fed like all the negative news that's happening like we're designed just, I mean, we are living in 2025 with this same hardware, the same organic hardware in our brains that we had 1,000 years ago. You know, like we're tribal creatures. We're supposed to know like 500 people.
Well, I think like, at the end of the day, maybe this is where the little gray men come in.
Maybe.
We're maybe not built that way, but we will be when our brains become oversized and all of a sudden we need to see more. Maybe the black eyeballs in those little aliens is because it's to help with the screens.
Yeah. Maybe they are screens.
Maybe they're built-in screens.
Maybe they're built-in screens.
Yeah, I don't know. Sunglasses.
I say create the bubble that you want to live in and then live in that bubble.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying necessarily like shield your eyes from everything that's happening in the world, but the challenge for me is like, you know, you create your home and your company and your family and your circle of friends and you focus on that. But you also have to kind of be aware of what's going on because, you know, something might creep in on your circle that you've created, you know, like whether it's cultural or whatever, that becomes a threat, you know? So I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah. Speaking of the aliens, you know, it's the visual that you always see of like the alien in the spaceship and then the beam of light's coming down.
Yeah.
And it's always picking up a cow.
Yeah.
Why a cow?
Oh, man, I don't know. I'd have to give that some thought. I've never thought about that, but yeah, it is always picking up a cow.
It's always
a cow. You see those posters and all that. Maybe something to do with anatomy of mammals and cows are just, who knows, dude? I don't know.
The main food supply.
You ever been cow tipping?
I have been cow tipping.
No, you haven't?
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't?
Yes, I have. It doesn't work.
Okay. So you've tried cow tipping.
I'm from the country. Do you hear this accent?
I do.
Okay. These things are across the street.
So you've run full speed and shoulder rammed a cow.
While they were standing there.
And what happened?
I turned around and had to run for my life. You know?
Did it even lose balance at all?
No. I smacked against it, turned around, looked at me and then here comes a big bull running through the deal. And here I am jumping over a barbed wire fence and cutting my arm up. You know, that's what happens.
I recently learned that cow tipping is a myth.
Okay.
So cow tipping doesn't exist.
Yeah.
People have probably tried it, right? Like,
yeah, when you're 10.
Yeah, but like, that's not a real thing.
Yeah.
Then everyone's always like, oh yeah, my buddy, we used to go cow tipping all the time in high school. It's so funny. They just fall over, you know?
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube and look up cow tipping or anywhere on the internet, look up cow tipping. There's no videos of it.
Yeah. Oh.
It doesn't exist. No one's ever done it.
No one's ever had it?
You can pull out your phone right now and try to find a cow tipping video and you won't.
You know what this reminds me of?
What's that?
Bigfoot.
Yeah. Same thing.
Is he
crazy
real?
How like all the Bigfoot stuff kind of just, all of his appearances just kind of stopped with the invention of the camera, minus the Patterson Gimlin or whatever, the footage of the dude in the suit going like this. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, so the Bigfoot thing, let's say it's real. Let's entertain it because it's fun. It's fun to think that stuff's real. How many people do you think have gone out in those woods and put
big shoes?
No, not even that. I mean, there's obviously a lot of hoax stuff, but thermal cameras that are motion act like, dude, something would have been caught on camera by now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and I feel that way about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's carrying around a freaking HD camera in their pocket.
Yeah.
Like there should be a lot more like, holy crap, can you believe this got caught, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, for me, I always got to the point of like, where's the carcass is there one Bigfoot that's lived for eternity, or is there like this is a species and there's a bunch of them, and as soon as they die, they evaporate and turn into sprinkles and fairy dust or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's no carcass whatsoever for any Bigfoot that's ever lived.
Yeah.
So it's either,
or even any skeletal or fossilized remains, really.
That's what I'm saying. So it's either a fairy tale or it's something from like Lord of the Rings type of a scenario that lives amongst us.
There's a bunch of theories. I've heard that they're time travelers. I've heard that they live underground. I've heard that I mean, who knows, dude? But
do you think they stink?
Can you imagine?
I don't think they stink. You know why? Because there's soap named after them.
Oh yeah, Dr. Squatch.
Bro, it's like there's soap out there.
How would you name your soap Dr. Squatch if Sasquatch is smell? That makes sense.
Right.
I've never thought about that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's deep thinking.
Yeah. Speaking of carcasses or remains, have you heard of the tridactyl mummies?
No, hit me.
So it's like these, again, heard it on another podcast, but it's these, I'm going to say it, they're aliens. If everything that they're saying about these things is true, 3 fingers, 3 toes, no sternum, these mummies that were found, and I don't remember where, but they've done all these scans on them and everything, and they've got ligament. I mean, they were real creatures. One of them was pregnant. They have no sternum, but they have the same amount of ribs as us. I find that pretty interesting.
Do you think any of that could have been like a burial ritual to where like, hey, when we go down, we take this piece and we always take a finger and we blah, 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 you know? And so that was their burial ritual. And then all we got now is like a bag that's not going to show stitches on it.
They're all between 2 and 3 feet tall and they're adults.
Well, I mean, you've been to China.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know, man. I don't know. Could be grave robbers creating stuff that's fake and piecing together organic Lego things. Who knows? Who knows? But it's, like I said, it's fun.
How many are there?
I want to say there's 3.
Okay. This is definitely a fake.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. You gotta look it up.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
Do you like how I dismiss it so quickly?
Yeah.
One of those?
Yeah. 3? There'd be 4 if it was real.
You've got to have.
There'd be at least 4.
You've got to have more than a gaggle. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%.
For sure. Let's see. What else do we got? Bigfoot, crime junkies. So I started to say, what's the deal with all the women and crime junkies? Like, I'm a little terrified of these women that just, first, my wife's one. Throw that out there. That watch these, you know, serial killer shows. Every show's like, so-and-so died and how'd they bury them and how'd they get rid of them and all this other stuff. And it's just like, what are we preparing for? Is this directed at me? Like, am I needing to get taken care of? But then all of a sudden, I heard you say your wife doesn't do that, but you do that.
I love the true crime stuff.
Hit me.
I don't know, man. There's just something interesting about being in the safety of your home, laying on your couch, and your wife and kids are asleep, and everything's fine, but you can kind of watch the garbage that other people... I'm always fascinated by what humans are capable of in both directions. You know, how can some people get so effed up in the head that they do some of these things? Yeah, I don't know, man. I've definitely heard from people like, if you're able to watch a true crime show and then turn off the TV, go to bed and fall asleep like a baby, you're a psychopath.
That's why I don't watch them.
Yeah, but I know I'm not a psychopath. I have empathy. I mean, I think, do psychopaths know they're psychopaths? I don't know.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The reason I don't watch them is because I don't feel some kind of way about these guys.
Yeah.
And it exposes me to the fact of like, all right, I don't really feel like that. Am I?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 or whatever. And
Let me
it's
ask
like,
you a question. Did you wet the bed late in life? Did you enjoy playing with fire as a kid?
Probably.
Were you cruel to animals?
Never.
Okay. Well, you're good. Those are the 3. That's like the triad of like the telltale signs of adult psychopathy is if you were a late bedwetter, cruel to animals, and pyromania.
Fire's cool. I mean,
fire's cool.
Yeah, fire's cool. I mean, I can stare into a fire. Yeah. You go sit by a campfire one time, and I challenge you.
Burn someone's house down.
I challenge you to look directly into a fire and not be mesmerized.
Yeah. What do you think that is? Because I'm the same way, dude. We have a campfire going or something, and I'm just putting wood in it and just staring at it like a zombie, watching like, it's cool. I
really love to watch the color transitions that come outside of that, and then the shapes, and I'll just quickly, like, it's so vibrant from like section to section to section, and it's just almost dancing, you know. And it's like
put those color packets in there to change the color.
I haven't, and I'm going to tell you, I'm a little bougie. I mean, I have done that before. It's really cool. I throw those in there. I live on a few acres, again, hence the accent, right? And I have 2 fire burning locations. Well, I have in my house, but outside my house, 3, I guess. I have a fireplace in the back porch. I have a fire pit that's gas. I'm lazy.
That's the same.
Right. And I have a burn section that if I cut my trees or victims. Everything. Yeah, the victims.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll put stuff in there and I'll incinerate it at a very high temperature.
Why'd your eyes get so big just now when you said incinerate?
I was watching a couple shows and I felt like that's what I needed to say.
Right.
No, but and I have those, and that one we've thrown the color packets in, and it's cool, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, just watching, I feel like I'm watching like a symphony of color, and it has a sound to it, and it's almost like it's whispering to you,
and it's warming you,
and it's warm.
Yeah.
You can sit just the appropriate distance from it where it's comfortable,
but it's also dangerous.
Yes.
And I think there's an appeal to that too. It's like you've harnessed something dangerous.
Yeah. You are controlling something that could actually kill you.
Right.
You know?
Which is why I like big dogs.
Yeah. You like big dogs?
Which is funny because I have a French bulldog and he's badass. I love that thing.
Yeah, he is cool.
He's cool, right?
He's really cool.
He's cool.
Yeah.
My little dog's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone else's little dog sucks. I have the world's only cool little dog.
You guys have seen the French bulldogs, and your dog is super muscled up, by the way. Like, first off, we need to get that sucker tested for some TRT. Like,
yeah. He just eats normal dog food.
Sure he does. Whatever.
Yeah. I think it's the steroids that I inject.
Yeah, it's the steroid you inject inside of that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when that sucker pops up and he puts his hands up, he looks like the old man with skinny legs and a big gut.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what he looks like. He looks probably just like
a cake pop, like his dad.
Yeah. Super cool. But tell me about the big dogs. Why do you like big dogs?
Same reason. He doesn't exist yet, but in, 8 years, when my younger daughter graduates from high school, I'm getting a wolf dog. His name is Goose. I've already got him named. And that's going to be the dog that I have while my kids are in college and after college and before they have their own kids. You know, who knows? I mean, you try to plan stuff, right? But
does he have a brother named Ace?
Who's Ace?
Top Gun.
There's no Ace in Top Gun.
There's Ace. There's an Ace in Top Gun for sure. Look that up for me.
Check it out, Jamie. If there's an Ace in Top Gun, I will happily stand corrected, but I don't know. I think that there's something about, like you said, like having something that can kill you that chooses not to because it loves you.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think fire
my
loves
wife.
you. Like my wife.
Yeah, she could kill me in my sleep while I've got my CPAP on. And
Do you wear a CPAP?
I'm holding my bread pillow.
Please tell me you have a CPAP.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Wow.
You don't have it? Do you snore?
I have
Don't
snored.
lie, dude.
No, I have snored in my life before, but like if I get allergies or something like that. But I'm a stomach sleeper, so I don't lay on my back.
So yeah.
I'm a stomach sleeper, so I don't. If I do lay on my back, my wife would, hey, roll over.
Yeah, I'm a side sleeper and I still snore.
That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I love my CPAP, man. It's like, I always describe no, it doesn't even make any noise.
Darth Vader.
No, it doesn't make any noise. It's a good bit, but it doesn't make any noise.
Yeah.
What it's like is, let me know when you're done. Okay, there we go. It's like being in a room like this, and then on the other side of that wall is like this beautiful meadow of cool, fresh air. And then you cut a little hole in the wall, and you put your face.
You put your nose on it. This is like,
yeah. You put your face through and breathe. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
It's not like oxygen. I'm not like geriatric and dying of lack of oxygen or something. It's pressure, right? So like, I got a big old fat neck, and it makes me snore when I go like, ugh. And if you push a little bit of air pressure into your nose, it keeps you from
force.
Same. It keeps you from snoring. I'll tell you this, my wife has sworn to me up and down that the CPAP doesn't turn her off.
Of course.
It doesn't turn her on, loud. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
But what does turn her off is snoring.
Yeah.
Turns her off. It's got to be crappy to lay next to some hairy beast that's just, all night long. You're trying to sleep and all that. The CPAP was a great move for my marriage.
Yeah, it's like prom night for your nose.
Yeah, exactly.
Horrible.
Mm-hmm. You need a CPAP. Even if you don't snore, get one.
Why don't you just prescribe CPAPs to everyone?
I make clothes and I prescribe CPAP.
You need a CPAP and you need a CPAP.
You need a CPAP. Yeah. I love it, man.
Yeah, okay, all right. So you're a big hairy beast. Tell me about this. You big bush on your back, or what's going on here?
I actually don't have, I don't have upper back hair.
I
don't have upper back hair. I got me a nice little cabbage patch right above my tailbone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it like, how long are we talking about?
If you stretched it out?
Yeah.
An inch. Maybe a little less than an inch.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
All right. I thought I'm going to say I got a couple inches on the chest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe 1 inch on the back.
Nice.
Yeah. We
You
just
ever
lost
maintain
everyone
that
was listening to this podcast. They're like, this is so stupid.
You maintain that?
Used to, okay.
You don't care
Here's
anymore.
a funny story.
You don't care anymore.
Oh, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. But back in like my 20s when it was like, we're going to a pool party, you know, it was just, yeah.
Weed whacker.
But
yeah.
My girlfriend, who's now my wife, but she was my girlfriend at the time. I used to have her trim my cabbage patch with the little clipper thingies.
Trim doing the cabbage patch or
trim? What is the cabbage patch? Is that a dance?
Yeah, the dance.
Is that from the 70s?
It's from the 90s, but
okay.
yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But
except from the 70s.
So she would get clippers and just you know, all the approximately 1 inch long hairs that are on my lower back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one time
in band camp.
American Pie. One time she thought it would be funny, which it was. She thought it would be funny as she's trimming my cabbage patch, she just like and just like shove it into my ass crack, right?
She didn't think it's funny. She was maintaining that area.
Well, she was messing with me, and I was like, "Oh!" And she laughed, and I laughed, and we went about our lives.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, I'm on a plane to San Francisco. I don't know how much. I've already pot committed to this story.
All right, let's go.
Thousands of strangers are going to hear me say this, but whatever. So I'm on a plane to San Francisco, and I just can't get comfortable, man. Like my tailbone hurts.
Yeah.
And I'm like really ready for the plane to land, and I'm like putting my weight on this side now. I can't find a comfortable spot. My tailbone is killing me.
Yeah.
Get off the plane, stand up, feel better. Get to the hotel. I had my creative director with me, and he and I were sharing a room.
Dude, look at this.
Just hold on.
Okay.
So I get in the hotel room, and I had to use a restroom. So I go in the bathroom, close the door. I'm like, Matt, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. And I do my thing, and I wipe, and I bring my hand back around, and it is drenched in blood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm dying now. This is how I die. I'm like bleeding out into this toilet or something.
Yeah.
And I get up, and I turn around, and there's like blood on the toilet seat, blood in the toilet. I'm like, what? I'm freaking out. So yeah, I did that.
And
I went into the room, and I was like, hey, dude, listen.
I need some help.
I'm really sorry that I'm asking you this, but I'm not bendy enough. I need you to tell me what the heck is going on here, dude. I need you to look at this. And he's like real quiet, like he's like a really quiet, chill, just level-headed. And he's like, all right. That's what he did. He's like, all right. And I like turn around, and he looks, and he's like, you got like a giant hole in your tailbone. I'm like, what? Turns out that, and it's when she went down into it created an ingrown hair.
Oh.
That turned into what I didn't know about until this happened, which is called a pilonidal cyst. And I had a cyst on my tailbone.
And then
I'm glad you asked me about my back hair.
It exploded.
And it exploded. My sister called it the black pearl. It took this is what it looked like. It took like 2 months to heal. Every time I would go to get it lanced, it wasn't. Anyway, it was a long story.
Yeah.
But anyway, what other cool questions do you have about stuff that I can tell really personal, embarrassing stories about?
How long did it take to heal from that?
A couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was after they put a lightsaber in it?
They were gonna.
I'm your father.
Star Wars, right?
This is back from your mask that you were wearing earlier. Do you remember
Vader,
that?
Also from the 70s.
Yeah.
I know those references.
Yeah.
I think my dad used to watch that movie.
Yeah. Cool guy, I bet.
He's a cool guy.
Super sick. Let's see.
Every time I take a sip of my coffee, the condensation drips onto me.
Well, it's just like that moment you had in the restroom. First off, did you do the Ace Ventura thing where you just kind of bent over and were like, wow, 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 look at, can you see?
Excuse me.
Yeah. Look at
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Yeah. Is that how you showed your creative director?
No, it was much more.
Or you laying on your back or standing up?
If I had to describe the way I asked my creative director to look at my bleeding ass in one word, I would say apologetically.
Offensive.
I was like, dude, I'm really sorry that I have to ask you to do this. but I need you to look at this.
I'm just about to get sued for this.
Yeah, no, dude, I told you about our interview process, right?
Yeah.
Like, I will try to offend people out of the room to make sure that I'm not bringing in anybody that doesn't have what's called a gallows sense of humor.
Is that like at the bottom of a ship?
I think gallows are actually where they would hang people back in the day. Like, if you were being hung, you would go to the gallows.
All right, time out for a second. Hey, was there someone named Ace in Top Gun?
No.
I don't know about that.
There's a character named Maverick who is an ace pilot.
Yeah, but one of the alternate, like one of the other
You're
guys.
leaning in, dude.
I'm going to find out. I'm going to dig out.
Okay.
I'm going to trust you, but okay.
What about in Top Gun Maverick? Is there an ace in the second one?
Let me look that up, sir. Cue up your next question.
Yeah, and the other one is the gallows. Is that the bottom of a ship, or is that...
So I know this because of Anthony Jeselnik,
Okay.
who is one of our customers. He's a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And he has, we did a, I don't remember, some sort of a product one time that used the concept of gallows humor on it. And it resonated with me because it's basically lowbrow humor.
Yeah.
It's like laughing at shit you shouldn't be laughing about,
Yeah.
you know? So.
No character named Ace in the new Top Gun either. You might be thinking of the galley.
The galley.
Is there, he might have been thinking, I know what you were thinking of. Look up that Jim Carrey movie, Ace Ventura. That's what you were talking about. You were thinking of Ace.
That's because you had the butt doing that thing. And were you on your back when you were showing him your rear end? Or were you standing and bending over?
Yeah. Stood and bent over.
Are you sure you weren't laying on your back?
I mean, dude, like imagine how pretzely I would have to get at that angle. He'd be like, dude, why are you doing it this way? Why are you doing it at this? Like, it's so much easier if you just turn around. Like,
it's like,
will you look at my upper tailbone while I put my legs over my head?
It's like there's a black pearl right there.
Yeah. It's like, there's like a hole in your tailbone, dude.
There's a portal right there. Yeah. What's going on?
Oh, something just waved at me out of there.
It's another dimension right there. That's another universe.
You never know.
They found a universe in Uranus.
Yeah. There's life on Uranus.
They found diamonds in Uranus.
Yeah. What else is on our list of wacky topics other than my
that was great
black pearl?
I'm going to ask you a real serious question.
Okay.
Do you think spinach really did that to Popeye's arms?
No, that was debunked, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think spinach, I don't think it's really that high in protein, is it?
Really?
I think it's like super high in iron.
Isn't that what you pump to get big muscles?
Just, you know, it was propaganda from Big Spinach.
You think a spinach company was the one that really was fronting the Popeye? Let me throw some of this down.
Yeah. Originally, it was probably like something high in protein. And then the spinach industry got wind that they were making the Popeye show. And they called and they were like, hey, listen, for $50, which is in today's world is probably about 25 million.
Yeah.
For $50, we'd like to purchase the rights to be what's in the can.
Yeah. Do you feel like, you said the spinach industry, so you feel like there's like a cartel for spinach?
Yeah.
Not the people that are actually running spinach companies, but there's like a even higher head up there that is like, all right, I make decisions for all spinach.
No, but I think that the executives of the spinach companies
got together,
have an organization,
a round
like
table,
a secret service. Like, have you seen Eyes Wide Shut?
Maybe
it's probably something like that. And
what was that? They in the 90s or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Where you at on Nicole Kidman?
What year?
Nicole Kidman. Not Days of Thunder. What's the movie with her and Tom Cruise where the land claiming movie?
What are you doing with your hand?
Freaking Far and Away. Man, I can't believe I found that in there.
You're so good.
That's been in there, dude, untouched for years and years and years with cobwebs all over it.
Yeah, that's AI right there.
Yeah, it's OI.
That's OI.
Yeah. Organic intelligence.
Yeah. No.
Man, my sister and I watched that movie like every day for like a week.
Yeah.
When we got it on VHS.
I thought she was a super baddie for a hot minute, and I've seen her in a couple things here lately where I just kind of felt.
Talking about my sister?
Yeah. Hey, shout out.
What? Well, I mean, nowadays she's,
your age.
She's less young
your age
than she once was. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is she? She's got to be in her mid to late 50s, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, honestly, like, yeah, I give a thumbs up. What do you think?
Yeah. What's interesting is when you see her like in an interview, she's like crazy shy and silly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But then her characters are all like these crazy. I find that interesting
Mm-hmm.
that she's so good at portraying like a crazy, confident, assertive, angry, borderline mean character. But in real life, she's like the giddiest, sweetest little thing in the world.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
When you were a kid, who did you have a super crush on?
You ready?
Yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker. Hocus Pocus.
Horseface.
That scene where she's on the broomstick and she's singing that "Come little children, I'll take the away." You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. Was that Hocus Pocus? What were we watching here?
Dude, Hocus Pocus. You're not American? How do you not know every
because
single
I'm not
word
5
to
years
Hocus
old.
Pocus?
Hocus Pocus?
Yeah.
Seriously, like there's only like 6 years in between us, but I feel like it's a lifetime.
Probably.
Hocus Pocus wasn't on the radar. That was
really?
That was for children.
Well, yeah, it's
and
for
girls.
Children. Yeah, it's for children and people who have children and want their children to see good stuff.
Oh, Hocus Pocus is it?
Hocus Pocus is like the best Halloween movie of all. Well, hold on.
Come on now.
Hocus Pocus is
Rewind
the best
all that.
non-horror Halloween movie ever made.
Is that a OR on the end of that?
Horror or.
Okay.
WHOREOR.
Thanks for biting.
Yeah, man. You're on an island here.
No.
Yes, you are,
Totally
dude.
not.
Your whole audience right now is like, I thought I liked this guy.
And then
He's not a Hocus Pocus
talking
fan.
about you, and he said Sarah Jessica Parker, and everybody's like, nay, the whole time.
Hopefully Sarah Jessica Parker's not watching. You can
I love you.
hurt her
I
feelings
love you. I'm
would be.
sorry about that.
Dude.
And I loved your
but
husband.
I remember watching that scene was the first time that I was like, wait a second, what is this feeling?
Yeah.
I was like, let's see, I'm going to pull this out of the air, but let's say it came out in 93.
Yeah.
I was 10.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember watching that and just being like infatuated.
Yeah.
Because, go back and watch the scene and tell me it wouldn't have done it for you.
All right.
10.
I'll check it out. What an odd. Go ahead.
You were right on. 93.
Is it 93?
93.
Yeah. And the Oracle also confirms that it's a good movie.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
Man.
All right.
What other movies do you hate? You don't like Braveheart, do you?
I actually love Braveheart.
Braveheart's my top 5.
All right, let's go top 5 on this deal.
Ooh, okay.
You go 1, then I'll go 1.
Are we going nostalgia? Or are we going?
It's your top 5. You do what you want.
Okay. Braveheart.
Okay. My turn. Stop. The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know that I would go top 5.
Go.
With the Sixth.
Don't argue mine.
Maybe
I'm telling you it's great.
Top 6? 6, 7?
6. Yeah, it's 6 or 7 for sure.
Saving Private Ryan.
Good movie. Way long. Not top 5.
Okay. I was doing my top 5.
Fight Club.
Oh, yeah. Fight Club's great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where I've been. Yeah. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Now mine start to get a little wonky because I think there's some nostalgia.
They're already been wonky.
Not really. I mean, they're pretty run of the mill, like am I Generation X or millennial?
You're a millennial. It actually stops a year after me. So
okay. All right. Back to the Future 2.
Again, this audience, you can see that there's some holes in this guy's personality.
I mean, look, it's not Schindler's List. It's not Taxi Driver. It's not One Flew Over.
Fight Club.
It's, but like, if you talk to if you were to put Martin Scorsese in the room with us right now and be like, what are the best 5 movies ever made? He's not going to name any of the movies we're talking about.
Field of Dreams.
You're going to give me all this shit and then say Field of Dreams?
Field of Dreams, dog.
Yeah.
You like it?
I mean, it's a really good, solid 7 movie that I enjoyed watching.
If you build it, he will come.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know the movie.
You said your finger was a gun.
I'm surprised it's in your top 5.
It's amazing.
I think the movie that probably had the biggest impact on me as a kid, besides Hocus Pocus, was Jaws. 75. I think.
I'll give you Jaws. Jaws is a good one.
Jaws, my sister and I both watched way too young.
Yeah.
I was probably 5 and she was 7. And my mom was like out of town for the weekend or something. He's like, hey, let's put this PG. Because it's PG, dude.
Yeah.
Dude gets bit in half. It's PG.
Yeah.
We didn't swim for... Dude, she would get freaked out in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Like, she's still to this day, she's 44. I guarantee you, if you were to put her by herself in a swimming pool at night with no light on, she'd freak out.
Yeah.
Because of that movie.
Jaws is in there.
I was so we just built a pool in our backyard.
Flex.
And no big deal. It's got water in it and everything. But
salt water or chlorine?
It's a mix.
What?
Yeah, it's a mix. I said, give me the worst of both worlds.
Okay.
So, but we were gonna do like to like the grand opening of the pool at the Graham house.
Yeah,
was gonna be my wife and daughters and I each get a raft, and we were gonna put on Jaws at night and watch Jaws. Like the Alamo Draft. Is it Alamo Draft House that does that in Austin?
I have no idea.
There's like some big ass thing on a lake where they have like a big watch party where it's at night and everybody's in a raft and they watch Jaws, and apparently it's like just completely
people are scared,
amplifies the
feeling,
fear of it. Yeah. But then I decided not to do that because it would be a terrible parenting decision. My kids would never want to go in the water at the beach. It was like, oh, I was scarred as a child. Let me do the same scarring to you. It would have been a fun movie night, but not worth.
You could have done it at the house in the pool, though.
That's what I'm saying. What we're going to do.
I thought you were saying you were going to the lake. Oh, you wanted to duplicate that. I see what you're saying.
At our pool. Yeah.
Okay. That would have been cool. That would have scarred them. It's a swimming pool. Come on, man.
The movie would have scarred them.
Sometimes you need some
Alex
scars.
Kittner boy gets eaten and...
He had it coming.
Dude, he was a little shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Can't act like that.
They should have written his character to be a lot less annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. I'm going to go, is it Primal Fear? Look up Ed Norton, Primal Fear.
Primal Fear, Richard Gere.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Linney.
that is when I fell absolutely head over heels with Ed Norton.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude can play any role. He is so great. And that's nothing against Denzel Washington. He's done his thing, but every actor is the same role in every single one. He's a badass. He goes through and shoots people and punches them and comes up. You know, there's like 19 different movies where he's the exact same guy.
Denzel. Hey, Gladiator 2. Awful Denzel character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. But then all of a sudden Ed Norton comes out and he's in Fight Club. He's in American History X. He's in Primal Fear. All different actors, all completely different actors, you know? And it's to the point where you go, oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, it's completely different. I love the fact that he could shapeshift. And that to me was very impressive for someone who is not a one-trick pony.
Yeah. No, I would say Ed Norton is probably one of the most versatile actors of our generation.
Yeah.
For sure. His role in American History X was mind-blowing, dude.
Yeah.
He turns around after curb stomps that dude.
Yeah.
He turns around and looks at the cop and he's like smiling and psycho looking, kind of like you when you said, when you, stop, dude. It's freaking me out. What was the word you said? Inferno or something with fire?
Incinerate. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I've made it to 3 and you've still only made it to 2. So
I made it to 3.
Okay. What's next?
I would say the next ones there's like 50 of them that could go in.
You got nothing. I'm gonna skip you. The Green Mile.
Green Mile is a great movie. Green Mile is a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's super depressing though. Forrest Gump. I love Forrest Gump.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Really is.
Are you going to do an impression?
Nah, I just felt so sorry for him that he just wanted his whole life to be with this chick, and then she comes back when she's got a kid to drop in his lap and AIDS. You know, it's like, yeah, now you can get it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
One time and I'll see you later. I'm dead.
And you might die from it.
You're probably going to die from this.
Yeah.
You know, a tragic deal. But I guess he had everything go right in his whole life to that one moment that he gambled.
Yeah, he really got dealt a strong deck of cards, didn't he?
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. My 5th one. Friday.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you don't love Friday.
Who else wants some of Debo?
Yeah.
Friday's a great movie.
That's my bike, punk.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Where you going with those clubs, punk? What name that movie?
I'm just going to tuck mines in.
That's good.
You going to hit number 5 or are you done?
It's going to be such a freaking pumpkin spice latte.
Here we go.
43-year-old white dad answer.
I can't wait because this is what's really telltale about who you are as a human being.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's Gladiator.
Oh, man.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah. Isn't that why you're here? Yeah.
Okay, well, kind of a letdown to end it with.
Yeah, that's all right, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know we were going movies. I would have had a whole, like...
It's called a discussion.
Yeah, I would have had... I mean, Jurassic Park was a big staple for me as a kid. I've got a table at my office of movie posters of, like... You've seen it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All the movie posters. Like, Snatch is up there for me.
Well, that would have been a way cooler thing to say than the last couple you threw up there. Which
Oh, really? Well, you know, it's no Field of Dreams, but...
You know, exactly.
Yeah.
Great point.
Where you at on Tin Cup?
Tin Cup's a good one. Look, no one's going to remember who won this years from now, but everyone's going to remember you're 14.
You're quoting Tin Cup?
That was it, dog.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming that was a Tin Cup.
That was a line. That was
Tin Cup quote.
That was a Tin Cup. That was it.
We'll do movies on the next one. I'll be ready.
Oh, you want to do this? You want to go part 3?
I'll do a part 40 with you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. I'm down.
I would love to if you're dumb enough to have me back here over and over. Yeah.
Well, let's see how this one does. Let's see if this one's even registers.
Have we both been doing this the whole show?
I hope so.
Just have our feet up and flicking our little
We're just little 12-year-olds the whole time, just kicking it around. Last question I'm going to ask.
Okay.
If you could have a job where money was no object, like there's jobs that you've always wanted to
Construction.
do. Let me finish. There's jobs you've always wanted to do, but they didn't pay well.
Mm-hmm.
Or, no, let's just stick with that.
Yeah, construction.
You'd want to do construction?
Dude, hell yeah. Every time I drive by a construction site, I'm so jealous of those dudes. Because they're like cutting it up, having lunch with each other, BSing, not worrying. But here's the thing. They don't have emails.
That's pretty sick.
They don't have emails.
That is sick.
You know, they go, they clock in, they do physical labor that keeps their body in good shape, right?
Also tears them up. They can lose a hand.
I'd be the construction manager that doesn't have an email address. That's my answer.
Yeah. You know what? You got some solid points in that thing right there.
Yeah.
Besides losing a hand or hurting your back for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I mean, I don't want to be like building the Empire State Building, like that picture you see of all those dudes with their lunch boxes sitting on that beam. Mm-hmm. No, thank you. I'm terrified of heights. I don't even like getting on ladders. But like safe construction with safe tools, and I just basically, dude, any job that doesn't have an email address.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
I don't know, something that there's jobs that are really cool, but they're highly dependent on you making money through them. Like, for example, artist or professional golfer, or like, you don't got to be good. Like, my job is just, I go play golf every day and I don't have to worry about winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The golfer thing's so cliche.
Was it?
Construction. I mean, anybody from the Village People. There's no golfer in the Village People. I don't even remember.
You can't.
Hey, look.
There's certain places in there I can't even quote on, or we won't be able to air this.
Yeah.
So, it's cliche. I mean, I'm just saying things that are highly dependent on you being the best at it, but they would just be fun jobs if you could just do it. Like,
yeah.
You could be a professional gamer, you know?
I can still crush some Call of Duty, dude.
Can you?
Yeah, one of my daughter's little friends, he was talking some Call of Duty smack. He's 10.
Yeah.
So me and his dad and him played some Call of Duty, and I waxed him.
What'd you play?
Waxed him. Modern Warfare 3.
What was the game? What was
Call
the
of Duty,
mode?
Modern Warfare,
What was
I'm
the
sure.
mode?
We did free-for-all, one-on-one.
Free-for-all, one-on-ones.
Yeah. And they just handed the controller back and forth to each other.
You owned him?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Did you tell him?
I don't want to brag about it, but I mean, this is a 10-year-old kid, and I just waxed him.
Well, they're actually pretty good, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I know.
You know? So, I didn't know you were Call of Duty. What's your gamer tag name?
Some old dad.
Is it really?
Yeah. So that if I kill you, and then, dude, I play Call of Duty like once a year.
Yeah.
Like I had to like dust the cobwebs off the PS5 that has been used twice.
Yeah. Kind of sounds like that other thing that you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it to say you were killed by some old dad.
Yeah. Mine is you want to redo.
It's better. Yours is better.
It's not better. It's just different.
Yeah.
You were killed by some old dude's great. I tell you, one time I was Clash of Clans, and I'd been working on this for quite some time, and I'd built it all the way up to where it was like a level 10 or 11 or 12. I mean, huge. And we had these clans together that we were, you get 10 or 12 people in, and you all work as a team, and you take on other clans, right? Are you familiar?
Yes.
Okay.
What did you do during all this to keep all the chicks away from you?
This is when I was in China. This was dead time out there in China, and you're sitting in a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I built this thing up, and you get to change your name on there. And so I had a few drinks, and I changed my name to Meat Sword. And so it was, you were killed by Meat Sword. Right?
A lot of people might have thought you were talking about something else.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And I thought
like
it was
a hot dog.
Okay. Well, I was laughing as I was doing this the whole time, giggling. Well, my mother's also in this clan.
Your mother?
Yeah, my mother's in this clan. I didn't remember that the time that I was doing. She was one of 12 people that was in Clash of Clans as well. And I went to go change my name back the next day, and you can't change it. You can only change it once. And so I get a text message from my mom, and she says, "What's this about your screen name over here?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah. Could have been way worse than Meat Sword.
Even bringing that up in front of your mother is pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Come on, man, be respectful. What are you doing?
I'm going to venture to bet your mom's got a pretty damn good sense of humor.
She's funny. She's great.
Yeah, she's probably okay with it.
She still plays video games with my kids sometimes.
Plus, she knows you don't have a meat sword down there. She knows. She knows, dude.
She raised me.
She's like, "Hey, what's up with this bullshit screen name?"
She's like, "Come on, man. You know better than that."
Yeah. Vienna sausage, more like it. Not meat sword. All right. You're not fooling anybody.
Oh, man. Yeah, she's like, "Come on. Beanie weenies. Let's go."
Yeah.
Well, look, I know that you got a meeting to get to, and I wanted everyone to know that this kind of went off the rails from what we normally do, but I really had a good time doing this.
Yeah, man, this is fun. Thank you.
Yeah. You guys throw in the comments whether you like this style or whether you don't, or if you just want me to get back to being serious and telling people's dreams. And
dude, I bet your whole audience is like, please be less fun and more serious.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're all thinking.
They've checked out a long time ago on us.
They're commenting right now. Less fun.
Lame.
Yeah.
Send. Yeah. I'm going to take some real punches to the face in this one, I think.
Yeah. Nah, dude.
Yeah.
I cussed a couple times. Sorry about that.
Yeah, man. You're better than that.
Yeah.
When you reflect on this, when you go back home, and you're driving home.
Oh, dude, the first episode I watched it, and I just wanted to like bash my face against the window. I was watching it. We've
almost pulled it off like 3 times. We didn't really want that episode on there. Yeah. We were like, this is kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. Or just have like a little thing that says not loading.
Loading. Just a loading screen. Just spin the entire time.
Yeah. No, but for real, thank you for having me, man. This is super fun.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the shark real quick? You always have to bring something.
So this is a plush toy that we made for O-Search, which is the brand that when you see on Shark Week, when they catch a great white and lift it up out of the water on a lift and tag its fin and release it, that's O-Search. We've been doing their merch for quite some time. Really good people that run it.
This is the first time you got into plushes?
No, we do a lot of plushes for like Rainforest Cafe and stuff like that. But this is my first time like marrying a factory.
Yeah.
Because we used to use several and, eventually like anything else, the cream rises to the top. Yeah. And this factory is just a really, really, really good partner. So that's what I was saying earlier. But we've been doing plush for probably about 2 years, maybe a year and a half.
Have you ever done a full human size plush?
No, we're about to do
there's a market for that.
Sasquatch for Black Rifle. Their Tactiswatch.
Really?
Squatch. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How big?
I don't know.
Full size?
Be badass, dude.
Dude, just think about this. For people that
7 foot tactical Tactiswatch.
And I don't mean to get weird. I'm not trying to get weird on this, but I'm saying for people that are just lonely and they just want like a human sized pillow to lay next to, they could cuddle up with. You could solve this problem for so many people.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a market for that.
Yeah, 100%.
Squash the squatch.
Squash the squatch.
Yeah.
Smells good.
Smells good. It's going to smell good, All right. Well, anyways, do you want to tell people where they can find you and your merch stores? And I meant to get to your watch. That's really overdone, but we'll get to that next time. I hope you wear it again. Please wear it again because
I'll wear it next time so that you can make fun of it.
I'll make fun of that next time.
Yeah. Website's pinpointmerch.com. If you have a brand and you want cool stuff that isn't boring and you don't need it 2 weeks from now, hit me up. We'd love to do some stuff together.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah, 100%. Man, I really appreciate you driving over here. And I know that's not a short jaunt either. So, but I appreciate you coming and being a part of this. So,
Yeah, brother. Good to know you. Thank you.
Yeah, you too. Well, everybody, that's the blueprint. And so until next time, peace.